All right, guys. So we've now spent almost 2 years being semi-retired, and we've learned a lot in that short amount of time. Like how to better manage our money in early retirement, bad money habits that we both had that we had to learn to overcome. And then most importantly, I think the other thing that we've learned is how to effectively build a retirement plan through Stephanie's spreadsheets. And the other thing is to give ourselves grace whenever we don't get it right the first time. Now, some of you may have been saving for the past 40 years and you're just telling yourself one more year, just one more year before I get to retire. Now, others of you in your 40s and 50s did a lot of things right. Maybe you had, significant progress with your retirement plans, but you're looking for that magical sign that's telling you it's that right time, right? That right time to bet on yourself and that right time to look at those magical spreadsheets and give yourself that opportunity to retire now. The path to get here wasn't easy, and I believe it's not getting easier. On one hand, we're fighting, rising housing costs, food costs, and just overall inflation. And on the other hand, we want that confidence and we want to continue to live the exact lifestyle that we've built for ourselves, or at least the lifestyle that you're currently living, while you're working. So in this video, I want to walk you through 5 signs that you need to look for in order to consider retiring early. And if you stay to the end, Stephanie has a spreadsheet that covers the exact simple ways that helped us get the answers that we needed, right? And that age-old question that we're all looking for is now the right time to retire. But if you're new here, my name is Joseph, a semi-retired school teacher and entrepreneur. And on this channel, my wife Stephanie and I discuss all things personal finance and building long-term wealth through investing. We put out about 2 to 3 new videos every single week. So if you're into that type of stuff when it comes to financial freedom and personal finance, consider subscribing at the end of this video. Now let's jump into it. So sign number 1 that shows you that you're ready to retire is, as odd as this may sound, some of you actually watching this video right now probably have the financial means to retire early, but you're afraid to pull the trigger for some reason. So what I want to do is tell you a quick story. Stephanie and I were actually sitting next to this couple at a restaurant that's along the Atlantic coastline. And that couple had been retired for almost 4 to 5 years. They were in their mid to late 50s. And you know what they said to us? They said, I wish that we would have done this much sooner. So for those of you who are in that position, don't get caught in the habit of chasing just one more year and one more dollar if you don't need to or if you don't have to. If you have or want to develop a skill that aligns with your passions and the things that you love to do, you might just find that you'll actually be able to make similar money or more money by doing the thing that you love rather than sitting behind the desk at your 9 to 5. The next sign to retire or retire early is health. Health is the one thing that we all have, that if you want to build wealth, it won't matter if you're building wealth if you don't have good health, because money without actually being able to enjoy it is just not really significant. And look, as much as we all want to retire living that sipping drinks on the beach and enjoying the sun under a nice umbrella, right? That lifestyle. I think the majority of us in reality actually just want good health in our retirement, right? Whether we're retiring early or if we're retiring later. I also believe the sooner that you can retire, the sooner you can actually leave that job that gives you so much stress, right? If that's you, make sure you consider that, which that alone is a massive boost in your health. Less stress from your deadlines, less stress from angry bosses, and less stress from everything else in your day-to-day 9 to 5 job. And the cool thing is, once you retire, you'll actually get to enjoy those long walks on the beach, playing with your kids or your grandkids, and you'll get to spend more time at the gym, improving your overall health and your wellness. Sign number 3 that it might be time to retire or retire early. Once it's time to stop chasing money, we start to realize that we hadn't built, or we actually were intentionally or unintentionally rejecting our family or neglecting our family and friends in pursuit of career advancements, in pursuit of income, and just spending more time on calls or in the office rather than spending more time with family. And by retiring sooner rather than later, you get this opportunity to actually start forging these stronger relationships with these people, the people that you actually care the most about, and people that you want to make sure that you take the time and chance to connect with them on a much deeper level. You'll also get the chance to connect with new people, people that might have similar interests or hobbies as you do. And the other cool thing about retiring sooner, not stressing about work, is you'll actually get to see how important health is and how much it improves. As research shows, those of us who have more relationships and stronger relationships live much longer and have better, happier lives. So the sooner we can get to actually spending more time with these people and building these stronger relationships with our family and building new relationships with people, the better our health will be overall. And sign number 4 that it's time to retire or retire early is time. Time is one of the most important resources that each of us have. Once spent, we just can't get it back. And the reality is, the earlier that we can retire, the more time that we get to pursue the passions, the projects that we want, spend more time with family, more time with our kids and our grandkids, and more time traveling to see exotic places, and also more time recovering from the travels that you just did. I think if we all really looked at time for the finite resource that it actually is, I think that what we'll actually see is we will want to retire much faster, right? We want to retire in a time that gives us the opportunity to actually enjoy our lives rather than spending our time working. Sign number 5 that it's time to retire early is pursuit of other passions, right? As much as we love and enjoy sitting behind our 9 to 5 and clocking in, how many times have you sat at your desk and you thought to yourself, man, I'd love to be on this particular vacation. You're dreaming about that vacation. You wanted to play, golf at this certain place. You want to take Spanish lessons, or you just have this creative thing that you want to do and you just can't wait to do that thing. I think the sooner that we can get to retiring, the sooner we can actually put a pause on work. The sooner we can actually start moving forward and pursuing the passions that are important to us all. Oh yeah, and I don't want to forget, I told you at the beginning of the video, I was going to give you a resource to help you start planning your retirement early. And if that's you and you want to see how we retired early, be sure to check out Stefanie's video. I'll pop it up somewhere around here. It's actually going to give you a resource and a tool to show you exactly how we did it and how I think maybe some of you can start planning better for your retirement or your early retirement. Okay, so those are the 5 reasons I think it's a good idea to consider retiring early. And for those of you who might be on the fence, I hope it gave you just a little bit more knowledge to give yourself permission to be wealthy.